Okay.
Hi, everyone. Hi, our Garnier audience. Happy holidays. We are here today with two of my favorite colleagues, Alexis and Nikki, and we're going to talk about holiday hair color. My name is Julia Youssef, and I am an educator and trainer for Garnier, and I will let these wonderful ladies introduce themselves.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki Lee, Garnier's consulting celebrity hair colorist. I also co-own 901 Salon in Los Angeles, and I'm super excited to talk some fun holiday trends with you guys.
Yes, super excited. I'm Alexis Rosati. I work with Julia, education and training for Garnier as well. I can't wait to discuss all these fun colors with you guys, all the cool things you could do with them.
I mean, holiday color is big, and it's especially important during this year, these times, last 9 months that we've lived in this challenge, where a lot of our consumers, and Nikki, you know this better than anyone, being a salon owner, how you've had to help a lot of women maintain their color at home. So we are happy to talk holiday color and walk women through some of the shades that we see are trending right now. Nikki, tell us about one of the shades that I know you love that you've been seeing in the salon that women are actually asking for the holidays.
Yeah, so funny you say. Well, it's not funny because for those of you who may be in California, you know that salons are now shut down again for the third time.
Oh.
So most of you have not even made it into the salon maybe this entire year. So for me, I'm so lucky to really have this Garnier family to guide my clients through, you know, whether it's touching up their gray or whatever. But for the holidays, like everybody's looking for some joy right now, right? So I'm like, go for it. On Instagram, there's been this filter going around that you can change your hair color. And a lot of girls are putting on this like sugar plum fairy. And so I'm really loving the spiced plum ultra color. I think it's such a fun, bright, like cheerful color. It's great for a lot. Oops, sorry. Oops, where am I? Here I am.
Move over this side. There you go.
Anyway,
there you go.
I know. It's so weird. It's hard to center yourself when there's three of us. Anyhow,
Yes.
It's great for several levels of hair color. And why not try it, you guys? I think it'll bring some happiness and some cheer. So I'm into it. Spice plum, sugar plum fairy.
I love that shade, and my niece did it, but what she did was she did two-toned, and she did that on the bottom half of her hair, and it looks amazing. It's a beautiful shade, and she's like naturally like a medium brown, so great shade. I love it, and great recommendation, Nikki. Alexis, I know that you have some favorites. So I want you to talk about one of your favorites.
Yeah, well, I love the fact that since you're coming off the summer and the fall and your hair's starting to come from that like super bright from the sun, maybe the beach, or if you live in California, you're always at the beach. But by us, we're not. So I feel like sometimes instead of like in the summertime, you want to maybe brighten them even more. Sometimes in the winter or the fall, you want to cool them down a little bit, bring them a little bit warmer. Sometimes if you can add like the ron shade to it, it can bring like that like cinnamony type, like warmer tones and like a coppery sense, which would be really nice. Or even if you want to add like, I love the 720, the dark rose quartz. That's beautiful because if you just want to add a little pop of like a pink to it, like a dusty pink, a dusty rose, it's really nice to do. It'll just like make those pieces pop in a different way. Maybe not so bright and like white right now or like super blonde, but they can just give you just a sense of like change in like a different direction.
I love that recommendation, Alexis. And didn't you do that not too long ago on our colleague Kelly?
Yes, yes.
Where she had some blonde pieces from the summer, and
she took some of those blonde pieces into a different way. So it was really, really nice.
Yeah, and that's a great recommendation coming from the summer, from highlights in California, Nikki, where you have a lot of your customers, consumers with balayage and highlights, etc. That's a great recommendation to be able to put some of these shades and use them in a different way. I love that reco. Great idea. I'm going to talk about a shade that I love and that we worked on recently. It's a new shade and it's called Lightest Silver Blonde. Here we go. It's a 1011 and it's recommended really for blonde levels or pre-lightened hair. So some of these same audience that have already like balayage and blonde pieces. This is a very popular shade right now. It is very hot and it's perfect because it's a light silver. So it goes right with that holiday spirit, silver bells, etc.
So I like the pretty silver behind Nikki in her flowers.
Oh my God, it goes perfect with your background, Nikki. I love it. Yeah, this is a beautiful shade on pre-lightened hair or naturally blonde hair. It really looks so beautiful. And silver has been trending and it continues to trend into the winter. So I love this shade. We highly recommend it. 1011 Lightest Silver.
Yeah, when we were open for a couple months, one of the big TikTok stars came in and she actually went that like silver color. So it's super on trend right now. But again, only if you have already light hair. I don't, you guys have to really pay attention to the side of the box. And also the shade selector on GarnierUSA.com, check it out. It's great and it will help guide you to what shades are going to best suit you. And it's fun because, you can try the shades on virtually to see how it's going to look. But, let's just all have fun, right?
Yeah, Nikki, I love that you brought the shade selector into this conversation because it is probably the best hair color tool that I've experienced out there. And I'm not just saying it because I'm from Garnier, but Nikki and Alexis, we've worked on many like FaceTime one-on-ones, and we've done a lot. And when we ask a woman to please go to the shade selector, we already have in mind what we want her to be. And the shade selector has been totally aligned with our recommendations. And I find that absolutely awesome. So I love that you brought that into the story. It's a great tool for women to use. Yes. And it's
I feel like it takes out the disappointment. Like sometimes people will see these shades and they're like, oh, yes. And you're like, no. Like, look here because it may not get where you want to be. And then it's like huge disappointment. And especially for the holiday, make sure you use that because especially if you are at a place where everything is shut down or shutting down and you really want to just make yourself feel better and you put one of these shades on that you think you're going to get one result and then you do it and it's completely the opposite, there is nothing worse than that. So make sure you're smart about it. Make sure you use the guide that they give you because they're there for a reason. I mean, like we created these beautiful shades for you. There is one for every type of hair, So if you are like that super, super dark head, and you think you're going to put the 1011 on and be like this silver like ice queen, that's not happening. So just know that now.
But Alexis, to your point, we're missing talking about one shade that's trending really well right now. We love it. We helped develop it in our center in New York. And it's that IN2, which is that intense pure indigo, and that is so great for darker bases. It's just such a stunning, shiny black. I know you both have experience with it. If you guys want to weigh in and add some more creative juices to what I'm saying about this shade, I would love that.
Yeah, I feel like it just gives you that added like extra boost. Like people sometimes when they are really dark or if they go toward like your blacks or your deep shades. Sometimes you don't just want to be jet black. Sometimes you want to add like an extra tone in there, something that'll give you that extra pop, just something different about it. Because like I know personally me, I always try to go lighter. It's like I'll see it on Instagram, I'll see it on everyone's. I'm like, I could do it. And then I'm home like painting pieces on my hair. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I do it and I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, why, Alexis? Don't mess with it. Just go back to your warm browns, your deeper shades. But sometimes you get bored and you just want to add something more to it. So something like that will give you that added like effect that you're looking for.
And believe me, Alexis gets bored often.
Every single week. I'm like, I'm just gonna like try this. And meanwhile, I'm like, stop it. Don't cut it. Don't color it anymore. Just leave it alone. I think good.
Yeah, I mean, brunettes want to have fun too, right? So ultra color is such a great way and it works so well. Like I remember Patty's not on here, but our dear Patty, I always call her out. I'm like, there's no way, it's not going to work. Show me, you need to prove it. And she proves me wrong every time. I love her so much. And, you know, it's great because typically for brunettes, you have to pre-lighten, right, to get a fun color. But with ultra color, you don't have to pre-lighten. So it's great. I say the more education you have about color, the more you can play. Don't just pick a color assuming that you can have it, right? Do your research, go online, GarnierUSA.com, like I said, do the shade selector, walk through it. So again, you're not disappointed yet again in 2020, right? We all want to go into the new year with fun, amazing colors, and you can. So I encourage you all to try something out. Why not?
And Nikki, I love that you said, you know, education is important. And we also have now Alexa. Alexa can help out. And, and also Google Lens, which is amazing too, because with Google Lens, if I'm getting it right and maybe I'm not, so if I get it wrong, you guys could jump in. You could actually take your picture and then put the picture of the shade, and then the shade of that box will be on you, sort of. Did I get that right? That's the way I think it works on Google Lens.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. I love it. I've tried on a bunch of shades doing that. So well, with the help of Patty, right, you know. So yeah, but you're right, Nikki. We offer so much education. We are so focused on helping our consumers achieve the best results possible. And especially now for the holidays, we want women to have fun and we want them to be safe. And we can offer that education at home and let them try different shades.
I feel like as long as they have the education, they won't feel as nervous sometimes to maybe pick up. If they can't get to a salon or if they want to try it at home because of some issues they're having, as long as someone's guiding them to do it, it's a lot easier. You're not as scared, and it can really take you into a good direction where you're like, okay, I could do this if I had to.
Exactly. And honestly, go ahead, Nikki, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, you know, as a professional, you know, sometimes professionals are like, I would never, ever tell my client to do at-home color. It's like, this pandemic has taught us that we're not going to have a choice sometimes. And I'd rather guide my client through her hair color, whether she has to do it at home or not, than she just goes for a whim. And then now I'm dealing with a big color correction, you know, that's going to take a long time and cost a lot of money for her. And Garnier's great product, you know, there's like Olea is very similar to something that I use in salon. So I've been, you know, recommending that to a ton of my clients to touch up their grays. And I love the idea of you guys just, you know, saying just put it on the ends, you know, play a little bit. You don't have to put the whole color all over your entire head. Do it around your face, a little, you know, pop of color. Just play. It's fun.
Nikki, what you just said, I was going to say that it's amazing because you are such a great partner to Garnier. We know you're an incredible professional. I know your work. I've seen it. I love it. And the fact that you are one of those partners with a very successful business and salon that wants to help women, I find amazing. So you kind of said what I wanted to say and give you the accolades that you actually deserve for being such an incredible partner and such an incredible to your clients. You're so good. I loads of respect I have for you because I love what you do, and you took the words right out of my mouth.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being a great partner to us. We love everything you do. And I was going to say, Nikki is always doing a lot of these educational short videos. Sometimes they're a minute, 2 minutes, just continuing to educate. Like, I love what you do, the color revivers. And maybe we can mention those right now because those are easy and fun to maintain and refresh color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe if they are waiting to get back into the salon, or they do feel like maybe they are like a little scared to pick up their own color to do, but they just want to like add something to it or just refresh it. Exactly. They can just use one of the color refreshers. Just anything with a little bit of a pop can sometimes make you feel a lot better. It's like changing your lipstick. Sometimes you just need that extra little. Yeah, like literally sometimes just adding a little bit of warmth from like the warm one, or cooling that brassy, like that blonde down that you're like, okay, or even warming it up slightly. Just something, we know you love the cool, but just something to just change it. Even if you want to do a slight shift, it can just make all the difference until you actually can get to the person who's going to help you out later on or pick a different shade.
Yeah,
absolutely. And listen, what we want for our consumers, Garnier wants everybody to be healthy and safe, especially during this holiday season. And, you could purchase all our shades online. You could go to Amazon. A lot of our retail partners have what they call the curbside pickup. I know Target does a great job of that. Walmart too. And we want to just continue to help our consumers, but for them to do it in a very safe and healthy way, and everyone to have a actually wonderful, beautiful holiday season. And I know that things are going to get better for all of us in the near future.
Yes. Absolutely. Say goodbye to 2020 to hello to 2021 and some new hair.
Yes, new hair, new you guys. Enjoy the holiday, be safe, yes, and we're always here for any questions you have.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, guys, we love you, and we will see you soon.